Hi, board members of Homeboy Industries, where we are redirecting lives. Today's presentation is about maintaining 501c3 tax exempt status so we can keep on redirecting the lives of our clients. So today's agenda is a brief overview of Homeboy Industries, then governing docs and disclosures, private enrollment, UBIT, and since we're not done yet, also charitable giving or charitable gaming, political campaigns, going over the different types of employees and how it's related to federal taxes and deductions. So what's the mission of Homeboy Industries? We're here to redirect lives through rehabilitation and reentry programs. We provide training and support to formerly gang-involved and incarcerated people. Um, so when people come out of prison, it's kind of hard to readjust to life, and that's what we kind of help with. We start by kind of removing roadblocks. So the first thing would be like tattoo removal to improve first impressions, substance abuse and mental health services to kind of get, their head in the right space to work and function in life. If your head's not on straight, it's probably going to be difficult. We also help with legal roadblocks, like from stuff like suspended license. Obviously, you can't drive to work if you don't have a license. Record expungement. So if you have a criminal record, we'll try to get rid of that so that it doesn't show up in your background check. And also family court for family reunification. This kind of goes back to mental health, where if you're thinking about your family member and how you can't see them, like your child or something, um, that will not give you the clear headspace to be the best person you can be. And then lastly, the job and career training. Job and career training aspect of our services is we have a lot of educational classes, but we also do like career and job training through like local partnerships and all our social enterprises such as like our cafe, grocery items, etc. We'll go into that more later. So governing docs and disclosures. We need to have all these things posted on our website, which we don't necessarily do. The Form 990s from the last 3 years, annual report, articles of incorporation, IRS determination letter, and the bylaws. So here's a screenshot of the articles of incorporation. The bylaws could not be found on the website anywhere, or also by creating a candidate account. I could not find that. I could also not Google it. This is problematic. Form 990s were there. Here's screenshots from the last 3 years. Annual report cannot be found on the website, but if you Google annual report Homeboy Industries, you can find it, which is kind of a shame since this is kind of like your biggest marketing tool to show off everything you've done over the past year. I know our website has a lot of blurbs here and there on like our different clients, our different homeboys and homegirls, and how we've helped them, which is great, but this is kind of like an all-encompassing here's what we've done the past year type report, and it's a shame we cannot find it on the website easily. So here's our IRS determination letter. Per the IRS, we are a 501c3 public charity. And what that means is private enrollment is not allowed. We cannot distribute profits to anyone who controls us. So that would be you, the board members. That would be the principal staff. We cannot distribute profits to you. We could say like reimburse you for taking a trip, I don't know, parking to visit a different nonprofit to kind of educate others on us. Like business related things, yes, but we cannot like pay you a salary or well, never mind. Take that back. I guess this is more so like quid pro quo situation. Like for example, we cannot be buying supplies from your sister and brother-in-law. It looks bad. So maybe IDing conflict of interest and removing those conflict of interest. It protects both you and us. Funds should be used for furthering our mission of helping our clients and not lining our pockets. So UBIT, Homeboy Industries has a lot of social enterprises. You can see from the pics below. We've expanded over the years to even include dog grooming, which is, I think, pretty cool. It's a method to provide job training to our clients. All these areas below UBIT could be generated, so I would consider 3 questions for each of the pictured items, like, for example, electronics recycling. Is it an activity that's a trade or business? Do we regularly do it? And is it substantially unrelated to the exempt purpose of the organization, which goes back to um, rehabbing our clients and getting them ready for re-entry into society. So we have electronics recycling, bakery, homegirl cafe, catering, silkscreen and embroidery, uh, gear, the diner at City Hall. Like grocery is an interesting one because we are getting our products out there, but I don't know that I would consider this unrelated to our purpose. Online market, same. So those are things to think about. Charitable gaming, we don't do this, so it doesn't apply to us, but keep in mind, say, if you wanted to put on like a fundraising dinner and do like a casino night, it goes beyond just like renting tables and dealers and games. Like there are additional regulations. If you want to go that route, please check in with like legal or accounting because it's not simple, but we don't do it, so it's not applicable to us. So political campaigns, this is something we do a lot in terms of issue advocacy, which is okay, but we cannot be supporting individual candidates. So that's kind of the important part there. Candidates, no. Issue advocacy, okay. Only if it furthers our mission. So if it's a candidate, we have to be as neutral as possible, not endorsing them. Have to post all candidate links if we want to post one. So really, it's better not to do so. If they attend an event, they can't be talking about campaigning. Advocacy also has some rules. It has to be nonpartisan. You can do like voter education, but you can't use that as an excuse to talk about a candidate either. So main focus is on the issues, not the candidate. Yeah, advocacy is a huge part of us, so I would recommend legal looking over current policies to make sure we're remaining compliant and not risking our 501c3 tax exempt status. So depending on who our people are, there are different taxes related with them. If they're a regular employee, so that's someone that the org has more control over. For example, we're telling them how to do their job, the different steps and how to do their job. We're paying benefits. Those people would be our employees, and their salary is subject to federal income tax withholding, the FICA tax also. Independent contractors, we don't pay their taxes, and these people they work more independently, obviously. Um, they buy their own supplies, they buy their own tools, they have their own benefits. We can ask them to do something for us, but we can't tell them how. Like, that's on them. And lastly, volunteers. These are people who don't get paid, but we should probably, like, give them a gift every once in a while. Something like something minor like a holiday ham every Christmas is fine, but avoid cash or gift cards because those are taxable gifts. So here's a little preview of the info links I will post later, but for deductions, I included a screenshot from Legal Eagle. Deductions have to result from expenses that result from services provided. Directly connected with services cannot be living expenses and has to have been reimbursed. So thank you for coming to the training. It kind of just touched a little bit here and there. Below are the links from the IRS website that I referenced. Go ahead and see those if you want to see a little bit more. Um, Thank you.